In the previous lesson, we introduced the Johari window. Now we move deeper into the first two quadrants, the open self and the hidden self. These two areas define how transparent or opaque your presence is in relationships. Let's begin with the open self. It contains everything about you that is known both to you and to others. Your communication style, visible strengths, and expressed values. Your observable habits and declared goals. This is the shared awareness zone. When someone says, "You're very structured," and you agree, that trait sits in the open area. The larger your open area, the less ambiguity surrounds you. Clarity increases, trust increases. Misinterpretation decreases. But the open self does not grow automatically. It grows through selective disclosure and consistent behavior. When your internal identity matches your external behavior, alignment forms. Alignment creates psychological safety. Now consider the hidden self. It includes what you know about yourself, but others do not. Unspoken fears, private ambitions, personal doubts, unexpressed frustrations, unshared motivations. This area is not deception. It is privacy. Every person has a hidden self. In fact, a completely open identity would be unstable. Boundaries are healthy. However, when the hidden area becomes too large, distance forms. Others can only respond to what is visible. If important motivations remain concealed, misunderstanding increases. For example, you may appear resistant in a meeting. Internally, you may feel uncertain or overwhelmed. If uncertainty remains hidden, others interpret resistance as stubbornness. Impact diverges from intention. The hidden self is often where vulnerability lives. Sharing selectively reduces distortion. Not oversharing, not emotional flooding, but strategic transparency. For example, instead of appearing silent and disengaged, you might say, "I'm still processing this." Instead of appearing defensive, you might say, "I'm concerned about the risk." Clarity reduces projection. When you name internal states appropriately, the open area expands, and relational friction decreases. There is an important balance here. Too little openness creates opacity. Too much exposure creates instability. The goal is proportional transparency. Now reflect. In your professional or personal life, where might your hidden self be creating misunderstanding? Is there something you assume others understand, but you have never stated clearly? Is there a motivation you hold privately that influences behavior publicly? Remember, people respond to visible behavior, not invisible intention. Expanding the open self does not weaken authority, it strengthens it, because consistency builds credibility, and transparency builds trust. When open and hidden are balanced, identity becomes coherent, behavior becomes predictable, relationships become clearer. In the next lesson, we move into the most uncomfortable quadrant, the blind area. This is where others see something you do not, and this is where growth accelerates. The mirror is about to shift outward. Calibration deepens.